to Heather's Crafty Classroom. Today we are going to do a little updating on my reading journal. So as I've shown you before, this is my crazy reading journal with my cool bookmark castle that I made. I have several of these that I have made. I just love it. Has a bead down here at the bottom. Shows you where to open up. Mine's all tangled. There we go. So I did want to show you, we did these 2 pages together. Finished these. I think they're so cute. They were just short little stories on Audible that are free with membership, 2.5 hours, and this one was 4 hours. Super cute. Then I found Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret by Judy Blume at the Dollar Tree. So it's like I bought it and read it. Super cute, brings back a lot of memories. Then I did find this on Instagram. It's not focusing very well. I don't know why. It says, I want people to stop saying I didn't really read it. I just listened. Stop that. If you listened, you read it. There's no right way to absorb a book. Reese Witherspoon. So if you don't follow her and her book club on Instagram, she shows a lot of stuff and does a lot of book recommendations and book of the month and all that. So now we're on this page. So I finished book 3 of a series. This was book 1, and I need to add on here this was book 1. And then this was book 2, so I need to add on here book 2, and now I'm going to do book 3. So let's go ahead and add what I think we can do to add book 1 and book 2 on these real fast so I don't forget that I need to add them. So I'm just going to get a little scrap of paper. I think I'll do cream on this one. And I have this old punch, super old punch from Stampin' Up. Crumbs in it, not crumbs, little pieces. So I'm going to punch out a couple of these, one for each page. And those are just out of scraps in my drawer right here. So I think I'll add this one somewhere. And just write on here that this is book 1 of a series, book 1 of 3. So I'm just going to write book 1 of 3. Okay, and we're just going to add that in. And I think I'm just going to add it in right here. What do you guys think? I think that would work. Book 1 of 3. OMG. So good. And then we're going to go back to this one, and we're going to put this one as book 2 of 3. I know, I make my 3s different all the time. And we'll add that down here. And then we can start on book 3. And I do want to comment that I finished it within a couple days. It just came out on June 12th. It took me about 3 days to listen. Where's that? Here it is. This is the book, The Housemaid is Watching. So it came out on the 12th, and I bought it on the 12th. And I had it finished probably by the 15th. So it'll go on this page. And I already went and dug through my scraps, so you guys didn't have to watch me do that. So this is what I came up with scrap-wise. This one with the windows, the whole thing in the story about watching. And then I needed some red. So I think it'll be cute. So let me cut this down because this is too big for my little trimmer. In my big trimmer down here, I'm just going to cut a piece. I have no idea how big. It's that big. And then we're going to use my little trimmer the rest. And we're going to cut it maybe to there. And that's going to go in there. That's like ideal for this book. And then I think I'm going to mount this just with a little bit of red showing. And I think this is on sticker. Even though it's on sticker, I still add some glue. I don't trust the sticker paper. We have to add a little glue. I was thinking the other day I should probably use a tape runner instead of glue because the glue makes your pages very, very rigid. But that's okay. It's my book. I could do whatever I want, right? Uh-oh, I don't want to lose my pin. Oh, I bought something for that. Oh, I gotta do a haul. I went to Hobby Lobby and oh my gosh, things are on clearance at Hobby Lobby. If you do any kind of beading, so much on clearance. So much. Like, holy moly. All right. So I think I'm going to do like this. I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to cut this like banner flag style. I'm going to turn it down a little bit and banner flag it at the bottom. I go into these pages with no ideas of what I'm doing. None. I just kind of, like this one, all I knew is that I needed to have something to do with a house or a window or something. And that's pretty much the extent of what I knew. And then this, oh, look at that. That fits perfect. I also have this one in case I needed a little more, which I think I do need a little bit more red. So let me add a little bit more red to this one. And this is just to add a little more color. Oh, I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? The housemaid is watching. I could do a little bit of writing right there. All right, let's glue it in. Super easy, super simple. Look at how cute the back of this paper is. I made a book out of this paper, and this was just scraps. Well, that's what all my scraps are. Whenever I'm finishing a project and I have paper left over, it usually goes in there. But I think this is a great way to use my scraps. I think I'm going to move that one like that, yeah. This is a really old piece of paper. But I just finished something with it. And now it's in my scrap bin. So I don't have a whole lot of it. I think that piece is all I have left. I just thought I needed a little more color to this. And then I'm going to add this to the brown. Can't believe I made that like fit perfectly on there without even trying. If I would have tried, it wouldn't have worked. And then I'm going to put this maybe like that. So we see some of those windows. Yeah, look at the back of this paper. I think this is a Creative Memories paper. Usually when they're thin and double-sided, they're usually Creative Memories. I love Creative Memories paper. I can't always afford Creative Memories paper. But man, they are beautiful. Their designs are gorgeous. If you've never played with them at all, you should try it. All right, I think I'm going to do the red out of this and put book 3 of 3 on here. Let's see, how do I do my threes on this one? 3 of 3. Add a little something extra down here. Perfect. I do have my bin of washi right next to me as well, just in case. Here it is. Just in case I feel like we need something, which I kind of feel like I need something here, but I don't know what. Like I wish I had something with like little houses, but I'm pretty sure I don't. I have llamas. Do we need llamas? No, we don't need llamas. Something red, but not too. Something beige. I have this little thin brown one I can add just at the top. Just to give it some definition. No. All right. Well, I guess we're not adding any washi to this spread. And I made a note. Let's see, 11. Okay, so I do want to write that it came out on it was released. Sorry, I can't even talk. It was released June 12th, and I purchased it June 12th. So I think that's what I'll do. I think I'm going to add this up here and write it on there. Maybe even make it into a little flag. What do I want to say? Released and purchased on June 12th, 2024. Okay. And then I'm going to flag this one too. So it kind of gives some continuity and kind of matches that I already have one flagged. And it's just not a straight line up there. Oh, that's perfect. And then all I have to write is how long it was. So I'm going to put this way up here at the top. And then with my pen, I'm going to write 11 hours, 42 minutes. And I think do it this way. 11 hours, 42 minutes. Page done. All right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. See, I just keep it quick and simple. Let me throw away some of my trash. All right. So the next is this. I've been listening to quite a few of these. This is just a little quickie Audible story. I don't even know if it's really considered a book, but it's an Audible story. It was only under 2 hours, like super quick and easy, but I thought it was really cute. I've been enjoying them. So I read a couple, listened to a couple. My next one is I already picked out my next one. I already purchased it. So it's going to be a regular novel and pretty newer, I think. So, all right. And I think I cut this already down to fit this. Maybe I need to cut it down a little bit more. And I just printed this on regular copy paper. It's just for me. It's just for fun. I'm going to make it a little smaller than the piece I have here. Okay, let me trim this down a little. Okay, and I have this. This is like totally fits the little story. Happiness is meant to be shared. It's a cute little story. If you want to look into this one I would totally recommend. It was really cute. And I have this washi tape that totally matches the print on here, so I thought I would use it on the top and then maybe in the middle is what I'm thinking. So cute. Because this is really light up here, so I thought I would add it up there. I really like using washi tape in here in this book. I just don't always have something to match, but that's okay. Ooh, I did that pretty good. All right, and then this I think I'll move over. This will go here, and I'm thinking a strip of washi tape there. Cut this a clean straight line. And glue this one down. And then I have one more after that I kind of have set up as well. Kind of like this one where I had like everything picked out. Okay. And then I think below this, right about here, we'll put some washi tape. And I know washi tape is tape, but washi tape does not stick very good. So I always add a little bit of glue. I know, and I think it's weird that I do it, but at the same time, it makes total sense that I do it. All right. Like that and like that. And then I'll just write how long it is there. Do I need another piece here? I think I need another piece. And I'm just going to put it on the edge of the green paper. And cut it off. I'm sorry, you can't see. I was just cutting. Where'd it go? Here it is. Look at this is from 2011. I have no idea where it came from. I just found it today and I said, oh, that's like perfect for this little story. And these are the Audible originals. They come with your membership. They're just cute and easy. I think maybe I'm going to write in a dark green. I don't have a dark green. Would this one work? I need a piece to write on. That's kind of more blue. This one's kind of green. This one's really green. This one was only 1 hour 43 minutes. I don't want to write it that big. I'm going to write it on here. 1 hour and 43 minutes. Cute story. Just like that. Cute and simple. It's going to smear right there, but that's okay. All right, we have one more to do. Oh, cute. All right. Last one is another Audible quickie story. It's called One of Those Flings. I just finished this one today. Super cute. It took place in Hawaii, which is always a fun storyline. Something I'll never get to do. So I'm going to put this wood one on. I like this Hobby Lobby paper for this book because it's thin, just like the Creative Memories. I think it's better for this book. So I can't always do it with the thin, which is okay. So I'm going to put this up against those last line of dots. I have this piece that looks like water, which is super thick. And then I have this, which I'm just going to cut out this. I don't think I need that lemon or lime or whatever that is. So we're just going to fussy cut that real quick. And this is some paper. I don't even know. It's in my scraps. This is textured paper, but I think it was a pad from Hobby, or not Hobby Lobby, Michael's, several years ago. Save her life. We're going to put this, I think, and this a little. Oh, I have another little thing too. Hold on. I have this little adventure awaits to add. I try not to put them all, like that one's in the top, so I'm going to put this one at the bottom, which makes sense because I have this to put up here. Cute. It looks cute. Maybe I'll put it up a little bit and put this one down here. There we go. And this one's already meant to be a flag, so I'm just gonna trim it. All right, let's glue all this down. I'm gonna do it like that. And then Save Our Life will still fit. This paper is really a weird consistency. Do you hear that? Weird consistency. In Adventure a Wave. I'm gonna trim a little bit of this end off right here. I just cut that little end off right there. I felt like it was a little unnecessary. And I'm going to put it right here on top of the brown, like so. And then this one, I need to trim it a little bit so it's not so big. Easy peasy, and then I'm all done. 3 more entries. And then I am starting a new one today or tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll start it tonight. One that I've seen a lot of people read talk about on TikTok and such. So, oh my gosh, so cute. I'm going to do a little corner action. Cuteness. This is another shorty book. So, another shorty, simple. It was only 1 hour, 17 minutes. But it was a nice, I finished it in a day of driving. I drive a lot. And I think I'm going to write it just way up here. 1 hour, 17 minutes. All right. That's it. I am done. We finished this page right here. We finished this page right here. And The Housemaid Watching. Book 3. If you haven't, I think book 1 and 2 were way better, but book 3 was pretty good as well. I was anticipating this one, so that's why I wanted to make a note that I did play it on the day it came out. So anyway, we'll see you next time for the next entry in my reading journal. It's been so much fun. I'm loving my book. I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite things that I do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.